Hello and welcome back to my channel. I know that it has been a little while since I posted a video. I really desperately needed to do some energy cleansing and recharging, and so I just kind of went ahead and did that without a lot of advance notice. So I apologize for my absence, but I am back and I am feeling better and I'm feeling much more energized and able to make some changes to my channel, which I'm really excited about, which I will update you about later. But right now I just wanted to do this video. So in today's video we are going to be asking your spirit guides for advice about how to get unstuck. So this is specifically if you have been feeling a little bit stagnant, a little bit stuck, you're unsure how to move forward, you're unsure how to kind of shift your energy, or what you should be doing, whether you should be doing anything. And so we are going to see what comes out in the cards, and hopefully I will be able to provide some clarity and insight for you, and we'll just kind of take it one step at a time. So with that said, please feel free to pause the video, pick whichever pile is speaking the most to you, and let's get into today's reading. Hello pile 1 and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Black and Silver Tarot, this is going to be your reading for today, where we are asking your spirit guides for some advice about how to get unstuck, and that is if you are feeling a little bit stagnant, if you're feeling like you're a little bit stuck in your current energy or current circumstances, not quite sure how to move forward or whether you should be trying to move forward at this time. And hopefully we will get some clear messages for you here. I know sometimes when I do these readings, I try to provide clarity and insight, and I feel like things just get more vague and confusing, but I will try my best to provide some clarity for you. I will say I do think that at least one of your spirit guides is very excited to talk to you. When I was shuffling the cards, even like before, when I was getting everything set up to film and everything, a particular card came out of your deck, and it was the Knight of Wands. And again, there's maybe one spirit guide of yours who is like really insisting that I talk about the Knight of Wands. So we'll see if it comes out in your reading, but then we will talk about it in the context of your reading. I wanted to mention that because they're like really emphasizing the Knight of Wands. And then in addition to that, when I was shuffling your cards, like to get set up for your pile, a bunch of cards kept falling out and flipping over, and I was like, we're not ready to take cards yet. But they just kept flipping and falling. And so again, I think that at least one of your spirit guides is very eager to talk to you and to kind of help you out. If you feel like you've been stuck for a while or stagnant for a while, I think that there's there's a spirit guide who's like really excited for you. The Knight of Wands is a very excited energy, and a couple of the cards that I tried not to look at them because I didn't want it to influence my interpretation of what cards do come out in your reading, but I did notice that a couple of them were aces. And so I also want to mention that a spirit guide's like really excited for you, and there's messages that you do have you are going to be getting unstuck soon. Like you have a new beginning that's on its way to you, and one of your spirit guides is very excited about that. So I wanted to start out by saying that before we even pulled any of your cards. And with that said, let's get into today's reading. Okay. Okay. So we have the Three of Wands. That is a positive message here. We have the Two of Cups, beautiful. This deck, I have never used it on camera before, and it is like, this is kind of like an iridescent silver color. I wasn't sure how it was going to show up on camera, so I'm glad that it is showing up. And let's get one more card for you. How can pile 1 get, okay, it came flying out. Okay, we do have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so right off the bat, there's an intuitive message coming, and I will get your oracle card, but I just want to say before we begin, there are people coming in to help you, and if the question is how can you get unstuck, what can you do, the direct answer is ask for help. And that is whether there's I do think there's other like physical real world people coming in to help you, but your spirit, there's just like at least one spirit guide who's very eager to help you. And so I think the clear intuitive thing right off the bat is just to ask for help. And whether that is like sitting in meditation and asking your spirit guides to help you to provide like a direct, clear answer for you. You know, sometimes I get frustrated when I know that spirit's trying to get me to figure something out on my own, and I just am, the answer is just not coming to me. I get frustrated. Sometimes I just like basically say, please just give me the answer, you know. And sometimes that works. So that might be something that you're being encouraged to do. You know, I know it can be difficult when like clearly spirit wants us to figure it out on our own, but it's, you know, it can be hard to get there. So yeah, there's a clear message here just to ask for help. And I do think you do have people are going to be coming towards you, like in the physical world, who are also going to be coming to help you out. Like with whatever context we're talking about here, because you know, we have this Two of Cups talks about partnership, the Three of Pentacles talks about like the social energy of the three, and then the work related energy of Pentacles. It's like working together with others in like a social environment that has to do with work, and you know, that could be spiritual work, energetic work, create something creative, and or something that has to do with your job or your career, which might be why you're like what you're asking about. Whatever it is, whether it's energetic or physical, practical. Again, there's a message. Yes, coming in soon, for sure. So again, I do want to get your oracle card. And okay, so we have, oh, I love this. I love this. I think this is just a message of encouragement. We have the Wolverine, which says you're a lot tougher than you think you are. And I love that. Like, I'm getting kind of choked up here. I think that, ooh, yeah, you got a strong spiritual presence coming through here today to reassure you, like, what you're waiting for might have been a long time coming, but like you're so brave, and like your spirit guide is like, yeah, whether this is just one or multiple, maybe multiple spirits coming through to say like, we're so excited for you. Like you just have such, what's the word? Tenacity, perseverance, courage. Like, yeah, you're a lot tougher than you think you are. You've made it through a lot, and you have something beautiful coming that's just like, it's just over the horizon. This is like a beautiful positive message. Like I'm almost thinking that, you know, in addition to the Knight of Wands energy, in addition to the aces that we're going to come out for you, there's a message here, I think, that you have a new beginning. You have partnerships, you have, partnerships, people coming in to work with you. You might have a romantic connection coming into it, but maybe or maybe not. You know, the Two of Cups, it's context dependent, but you might have a romantic connection coming in. You might have people are going to come in to support you for sure, 100%. I don't think, like, you're not doing anything wrong. If you feel like it's been like you're kind of in this waiting energy, you might be able to feel other people's energy. You might be able to, like, you might know that something is coming and it's going to come in soon, but you're like, well, what should I do? Like, should I just continue waiting? Like, what should I do? And I think that there's a message here that you don't really have to do anything, because it's going to come in regardless. Like, this stuff is coming towards you regardless, because you've done the work. Like you've done the work. It's coming towards you. You don't have to do anything to push or force people to come towards you. They're coming. But if you want it to happen a little bit faster, if you feel like the process of waiting has been really tough, if you're feeling disheartened, discouraged, a little bit lonely or isolated, like maybe you don't have the support that you want or need, it's like, yeah, you're a lot tougher than you think you are, but it's also like, for me, it's kind of reminding me like, yes, I can be very independent. Yes, I can be very self-sufficient. And at the same time, it's nice to have support. You know, I don't really want to have to go through life on my own all the time. Like, it can feel very isolating. And so if there is advice here, again, it was coming through strongly when I saw your spread here, ask for help. if you need help and support, ask for help. And again, whether that would just be sitting in meditation and asking for spiritual support, asking directly for the specific type of spiritual support that you want or need, and or reaching out to other people. And even with the message of the Knight of Wands, which I want to talk about now, if there's advice with the Knight of Wands, it might be to just go out and try new things. Like to do the things you might feel nervous about, maybe do something that scares you a little, but also challenges you. You're tougher than you think you are. You have the bravery and strength to go out and explore this world, and to see it as an opportunity to practice courage. If that resonates for you, I think that there is something to this idea of approaching the world in the energy of the Knight of Wands is maybe going to make this stuff come in fast, like a little bit faster, but it's coming towards you regardless. And I think being in the energy of Knight of Wands is going to help you reframe certain experiences as exciting opportunities, whereas you might identify in the past as being like maybe a little bit hesitant or a little bit afraid. You might have had past bad experiences, particularly romantic experiences. You might have had past bad experiences with coworkers, or there's just other partnerships, other like friends, anything like that, where people didn't pull their weight, or they didn't show up, or there was initial excitement and they didn't follow through. People let you down. Again, it's like, it's great to be tough, but it's like I almost didn't want to have to tough through all this stuff, because it would be nice if things just worked out, But the message is like that you have these beautiful positive things coming towards you that like are meant to work out and be positive and helpful, and I think that, again, approaching these things in the energy of the Knight of Wands is going to be really helpful, because it's going to be saying, let's treat life as an adventure rather than as an ordeal, if that makes sense. Like, I do feel like I'm starting to ramble. I'm just going to say a few last things about each of these cards, and then I think I'm going to leave your reading. So we have the Three of Wands. I don't even think I mentioned what this card was. We have the Three of Wands here. Three of Wands is a beautiful message in this type of reading, especially with the other cards here. The Three of Wands can talk about patiently waiting for something. We see this person's kind of like just kind of hanging out here, looking at the horizon. Something is coming towards you over the horizon. There are boats on the water here. Something is out there for you, and it's just a matter of time before it comes in. And this card can also come up when you were like right on the verge of seeing the whatever blessings, whatever you're waiting for, whatever it is. If you're working on manifestation, you're working on something energetically, like this is when you start to see that boat come over the horizon, when you start to see something. So that's why I'm saying you might be able to tell energetically that there are things coming towards you. You might be receiving signs and symbols from spirit, like your spirit guides are really excited about this. So they might be like sending you signs and symbols, like something's coming in soon, and you might be watching this reading because you're like, well, when then? Like, where is it? But it's coming, and again, if you want something specific from spirit, if you want something like, you can also take a proactive stance in terms of asking for help and being in the energy of the Knight of Wands, like going out and seeking new experiences, going out and networking, going out and meeting new people, like joining a group, joining a club, trying a new activity, going out to a restaurant you've never been to, even just being out in public more often. That in itself might be its own reward. Even if these people don't come in any faster, that might be its own reward, because it's like saying, this is something that I can do to help myself feel unstuck, to put it that way, while I'm patiently waiting for my beautiful blessings to come in. So I don't know how that resonates, but that's how I'm being called to read that. The Two of Cups is a beautiful positive message. Yes, it does talk about a potential romantic relationship. Yes, it does talk about a new relationship coming in, possibly potentially a soulmate level relationship. But at its core, the Two of Cups talks about an equal partnership, an equal exchange of energy. We can share our cups with each other because we each have a full cup. So it's saying like we're both kind of emotionally ready, we're both emotionally mature enough to have this beautiful balanced partnership. And with the cups being tied to our emotions and specifically relationships, again, there is a strong emphasis on romantic connections when this card comes up. But if that's not resonating for you, it can also just talk to like emotionally fulfilling relationships and partnerships. And that could be in a work context. It could be in a creative context. Cups is also related to creativity. You might be feeling like a spark of creativity soon. And there's like a message here in addition to this Three of Pentacles, you will have somebody coming in who will help share that with you, if that resonates. So the Three of Pentacles, again, it's like the social energy of the three, and then the Pentacles tied to work and career and finances. And so this card is associated with coworkers, employees, like work friends, people coming in to help you with whatever you're working on, people who want to invest in a project that you're working on, it's like if you're feeling, it really just is up to you to decide the context of these cards, because this could be talking about anything. It could be talking about a creative project. This could be talking about spiritual development. This could be talking about a new romantic relationship with somebody that you meet at work. It could be talking about, somebody coming in to work with you to collaborate on a creative thing you're doing. Or this could be saying, if you're feeling stuck in your career or work, like you've hit the wall in terms of where you wanted to go in this particular job, or you feel like, you're never going to be promoted or recognized or whatever. This is saying somebody is coming in towards you to help shift that energy. And even it was another thing I wanted to mention about the Knight of Wands is there could be a message there, because the Knight is that kind of cardinal messenger. There could be like somebody else coming in towards you to help shift that energy for you. And it's really just a matter of time with this Three of Wands. The person who comes towards you might be a fire sign, and they might be somebody who's like coming in with a really creative, passionate energy, who's like really excited about whatever you're doing. Again, like whatever context this is for you, and can see like the Wolverines are not just tough, they're also fierce, and there's a certain level of passion to that, and it's like they can see you, they can see your inner ferocity and passion and tenacity and toughness. And I think like there's a recognition. This might even be like a soul level connection, whether that's a platonic soulmate or a romantic soulmate. However this resonates for you, it's like, yeah, there's something coming for you. And again, like you don't have to sit around and wait for things to shift. You can go out and try new things and explore and whatever. That's its own reward, because that in itself can be fun, but again, you have people coming in, and that's what I want to say for you. I hope that this has provided some clarity. I hope that this reading has been helpful for you. And I hope that you have enjoyed it. If you did like this video, please feel free to give it a like. Please comment down below and let me know how it resonated for you. If you like my channel and you want to see more from me, you can feel free to subscribe. I also have a Patreon where I post exclusive Patreon-only videos. So if you're interested in that, the link is in the description. And thank you very much for watching Pile 1, and I do hope to see you in my next video. Hello Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Wild Unknown Tarot, this is going to be your reading for today, where we are asking your spirit guides for some guidance about how to get unstuck. So this would be if you've been feeling like you're stuck or stagnant, or like you're not sure how to move forward, or whether you should even be doing anything to help shift the energy or move forward in any way, or if you are meant to be where you are right now. We'll see what comes out in the cards. I will try to provide clarity as best as I can. I know sometimes when I try to do these readings that provide clarity, the answers can be like vague in themselves. So I will try really hard to give kind of a clear, straight answer for you. And with that said, let's get into it. How can Pile 2 get unstuck? How can pile 2 get pink? So we have the Son of Wands. This is the Knight of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords, and we have the 5 of Cups here. Okay. We are also going to take your Oracle card just so we can have kind of a clearer sense of the overall advice for you here. I do want to mention that I think it's interesting. This Wild Unknown deck does have all kinds of different animals. We have a snake on this Knight of Wands, and then kind of a snake type infinity pattern on the Ace of Swords. So snakes might be an important messenger. I believe that snakes are a symbol of deception and deceit, and particularly with the message of the Ace of Swords, there might be a message about getting really honest with yourself and with other people, and like a real focus on honesty might be like really important in terms of breaking out of whatever stagnancy there might be. If that is relevant to you, I think that I'm also going to grab my animal spirit book just to look up the symbolism for snakes, just for you guys. I'm feeling compelled to do that. And I do recommend this book if you're interested in animal spirit guides. It's just Animal Spirit Guides by Stephen D. Farmer, PhD. I do really like this book. I think that he really kind of breaks it down in easy to understand language. So you're about to go through some significant personal changes. Okay, that's important. We're asking about how to get unstuck, the messages, changes coming, and particularly with the Ace of Swords. Yeah, there's also the lightning strikes. Like there might be some epiphany, but this can also, with the lightning here, there might be a connection to the Tower in terms of like, there is an unavoidable new beginning that is going to be coming. It's going to strike you like lightning, a little bit shocking, a little bit unexpected. And this, I don't know if this is, well, it's a wand, so it's probably meant to be like, it's almost like a firework coming from this Knight of Wands energy, like an explosive new beginning. So I just want to say that. You're about to go through some significant personal changes, so intense and dramatic that an old self will metaphorically die as a new self emerges. You're going to feel a surge of energy that will sharpen your senses, alert your mental faculties, and open up new channels of awareness, which could also definitely be represented there on that Ace of Swords. You're about to resolve a long-standing issue, one that has required a great deal of your attention by seeing things in a new light. It would be a good time for you to start doing either tantric or kundalini yoga. You'll experience a dramatic and unexpected physical or emotional healing very soon, coming from an unexpected source. I love that, and that actually, I'm glad that I felt compelled to look that up, because that is like really relevant to the particular cards that we have here for you. Particularly with the 5 of Cups, you might resonate as having been working on healing a particular wound for a while. The 5 of Cups can talk about the process of emotional healing where we need time to kind of mourn something that has been lost. And at the same time, it does talk about maybe having a shift perspective and saying like, yes, it's okay to feel sad and process our feelings about what we have lost. And at the same time, we haven't lost everything. There is still something there. You know, in the typical Rider-Waite deck, it depicts 3 cards that have 3 cups that have spilled and 2 cups that are still upright. So again, there's a message there that yes, we've lost something, but we haven't lost everything. So we can also, when the mourning period is over, when the time to mourn has ended, we can refocus our energy on whatever we still have and rebuild from there. And so that to me speaks about a process of healing that has to do with like processing our emotions so that we can release them and continue to move forward and kind of pick ourselves up and move on from there. So I do think that yeah, there's and with the I'm processing things in my head and having trouble communicating. The snake symbolism I think is significant because, you know, when we were reading that passage in the book, it was like you might be going through an ego death. That might be something, and that could be a process of something that you might be leaving behind, like a feeling of having lost something, but you are still there. It's just a newer version of you that's going to be emerging, like a snake shedding its skin. You know, it's still the same snake. It's just there was an old version of you, and now there's a newer version of you, and you're going to be moving forward into this new cycle in a new energy as a newer, changed version of yourself. And again, there was a message like there's an intense process of change, and there might be something that's a little bit unexpected to it. And with one of the messages of the Ace of Swords in particular is about having like mental clarity. There might be an epiphany. There might be like something happens and it's like a thunderclap, and suddenly your perspective shifts and you can see things a lot more clearly, and you are able to move forward into the next cycle with a great sense of clarity and purpose. Definitely the Knight of Wands would have a sense of purpose and feeling excitement about moving forward, and knowing that you have really worked to process and deal with whatever is happening here on this Five of Cups. So with that said, I did say I was going to take our Oracle card, and then I didn't. So here it is. We have the Chimpanzee. It says, use both your intuition and your intellect to solve the problem or get answers to your question. So yeah, that would make sense to me. I could see how your intuition would be connected with this Knight of Wands and the Five of Cups. You know, the Wands tied to passion, inspiration, cups tied to our emotions and our relationships. And, you know, there's a lot of feelings going on the Five of Cups. It can be like, a bittersweet, confusing, mixed feelings type of situation. And so there might be a need to kind of sort through your feelings. And I think that this is almost giving me like you are being granted a sword from the heavens to help you kind of clarify to yourself how you feel about a specific thing that you might have been like felt like you're kind of stuck in this energy. You will not be there forever. And I think like you already kind of know how to get through this. And I think when it's saying use your intellect, it's like your intuition and your intellect. Like you kind of already have the answer, but it's like you might have, again, like a moment of clarity where any emotions that are clouding or confusing the issue are going to be cleared away. And so how to move forward is going to become clear to you. If that makes sense. I know I mentioned this at the beginning of the video. Sometimes I try to provide clarity and I feel like I'm just making things more confusing. But I hope that this is resonating for you. And then the message of the Knight of Wands, I think it's similar to pile one in terms of how you choose to approach a process of change. I think will really affect how you feel about it. In terms of like approaching a process of change with the energy of the Knight of Wands is saying like, I am looking forward to going on this adventure. I am framing this change as something that is new in a positive way, because I'm excited to see what's over the horizon. I'm excited to see whatever I look like when I shed my old skin. I want to see the new skin. I want to see how I'm going to be and what my life is going to be like when I have this sword in my hand, and when I can finally have a sense of clarity and purpose about this Five of Cups situation, about whatever I'm leaving behind, about whatever I might have lost and needed to mourn. And that's okay, because I know that I can continue to move forward. There is a new beginning coming for you. There's maybe some unexpected event, moment of clarity that might be coming in for you soon. So if you feel like you have been in a specific energy for a long time, there's a message, I think, that there's a change coming towards you very soon. I don't think that you really need to do anything, or that you need to be doing anything different. If there is advice here and you want to take an active role in changing your energy and making this shift happen for yourself, I think that would be a positive thing to do. And if that's the case, then the advice would be on the Chimpanzee card. Use both your intuition and your intellect to solve the problem or get answers to your question. And this would be like like using all of your tools in your tool belt to reframe the situation, to see it from a different angle, to really kind of noodle away at it, like really ponder it from like both an emotional perspective and from an intellectual perspective. And there might be like journaling might be helpful for you, any type of meditation might be helpful for you. I did also give this advice to pile one. It might be relevant to you as well if you feel like sometimes the messages or signs and symbols you receive from your spirit guides are a little bit vague and confusing, and you're like you're asking for clarity and instead you're getting confusing stuff. It is okay to like literally directly ask like a yes or no question, and ask for exactly the specific clarity that you want. I know sometimes I know sometimes that my spirit guides really want me to figure something out on my own, and I just feel like I'm just not getting it, and that in itself can be extremely disheartening, because I feel like I'm letting myself down, I'm letting my spirit guides down, etc., etc. And sometimes when that happens, I really just kind of really ask and sometimes even beg my spirit guides to just help me out, just give me something, just give me a clue, give me a sign, give me the answer. Like, I just need some help here. And it is okay to do that. And I have found definitely times when I have really expressed how desperate I am just to know what the next step is. Like, it's just any help at all, that my spirit guides have come through for me in that situation. So that might be helpful advice for you. There's one last thing that I want to mention also, is that the Knight of Wands in particular can represent somebody coming towards you, because it is the cardinal knight energy, which is also a messenger. So it can represent somebody coming in to give you a message, or to kind of be a catalyst to galvanize you in some way, to create some sort of energetic shift or change, might be represented on this Knight of Wands. Somebody else's energy coming in to help shift your energy. So there could be somebody coming in towards you who may or may not be a fire sign, who is coming in to spark something that might create this Ace of Swords moment for you. And the Ace of Swords represents like a moment of clarity, a sudden epiphany, like a lightning strike. And it's also an opportunity, as I said, because swords is tied to speaking your truth and communication, and it's like honesty, like from a place of maybe even brutal or blunt honesty. And that's being honest with yourself and really honest with other people, and being like really clear with how you communicate with other people. There might also be a message about that, to just make sure that, as I said, the snakes can sometimes be a symbol of deception. So the idea would be to lean away from deception towards clarity and honesty. And their throat chakra stuff. My throat is actually itching right now as I'm talking, so there might be a throat chakra expansion. It might be coming in towards you soon, speaking your truth with clarity, and a sense of purpose, I think is being represented on this Ace of Swords. It is also swords tied to intelligence, intellect, logical, rational, clear thinking, that would be the intellect part of this chimpanzee, whereas the intuition part of this would be represented on this Five of Cups, which, as I said, can represent mourning a loss, feeling sad, and or having mixed feelings, and or shifting your perspective from what you have lost towards what you still have. And it can't mean all of the above. It could just be one particular part of it. The horse on this card looks very sad, so you might resonate with in terms of having been in this energy for a while. There is again a positive, strong message that is going to be shifting and changing for you soon. And with that said, I think that is where I'm going to leave your reading. I really do hope that this has been, I really do hope that this has been helpful and has helped provide some clarity or some insight or something positive for you. Again, I feel like sometimes these readings are a little confusing, so I hope this has been helpful for you, pile 2. If you like this video, please feel free to give it a like. Please leave a comment down below and let me know how this resonated for you. If you like my videos, you want to see more from me, you can feel free to subscribe to my channel. I also have a Patreon where I post different types of bonus videos. If you're interested in that, the link will be in the description. And thank you very much for watching pile 2, and I do hope to see you in my next video. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Cosmic Visions Tarot, this is going to be your reading for today, where we are asking your spirit guides for some guidance about how to get unstuck. So this would be if you have been feeling stuck or stagnant, or like you've been kind of in the same energy for a long time, you're not quite sure how to move forward or whether you should be trying to move forward or not, then we will be getting some clarity for you about that, about how to move forward, and if you should be moving forward. We'll see what comes out in the cards. I feel like sometimes when I do this type of reading where I'm trying to provide clarity, sometimes the answers can be like a little bit vague and confusing in themselves. So I will try to be as clear as it is possible to be. And with that said, let's get into the reading. How can pile 3 get? Okay, we have... Okay, we have the Hanged Man. Okay, that might be a message in itself. Okay, but we'll see what other cards come out for you. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, we have the Ten of Wands. And we have the Chariot there. I had to censor it a little bit. I love this deck, but there's some slight nudity. So I have to censor it a little bit for YouTube. And this is a very interesting message. It's interesting that we have both the Hanged Man and the Chariot. Hanged Man, talks about staying where you are, remaining in the status quo, faith in divine timing. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. We're not focusing on forward momentum right now. We're just, there might be a change of perspective before we move forward, etc. All that stuff. So with that being the first card out, I would be tempted to give the message that, you might be feeling stuck or stagnant because you're exactly where you're meant to be and you're not meant to move forward at this current time. Then we have the Ten of Wands, which might be how you're currently feeling. But it does also carry a message about being near the end of a cycle. You're almost there. It might have been a long journey. You might be feeling really tired, really kind of overburdened. You might have taken on a lot. It takes a lot of ambition, diligence, and hard work to get to the Ten of Wands. And the good news is it is the 10, and the 10 reduces to 1, so it does talk about again, you're right at the end, and after the end there's a new beginning. So that would be kind of the message about that. And then the interesting part is we have the Hanged Man and then we have the Chariot, and the Chariot specifically does carry a message about forward momentum and about moving forward with a sense of purpose, and that's kind of in direct opposition to the message of the Hanged Man. So with this card here, I think that the real message here is to keep going. You're almost there. That I think your spirit guides are recognizing you might be in this Ten of Wands energy where you feel like it's you've been here for so long and you're getting really tired or discouraged or disheartened. It might have been a lot. I mean, you can even see this, it depicts a hand coming out of the water. So this is almost like feeling like you're drowning. There's just so much, or you're kind of in over your head in some way. The positive message here is the Ten of Wands, it can feel heavy and overburdened, but it carries a positive message of encouragement and kudos and pride from your spirit guides that you're doing it. You're almost there. And they're really proud of you for having had the courage and the diligence and the hard work to do this work and to get through this cycle. And you might have been in the same place for a really long time. And this would just be Spirit's way of saying like, yes, we know it's been a long time, and we're so proud of you. And it was meant to be a long journey. You were meant to be in this place for a while, because there was stuff that needed to be worked through. There was stuff that needed to be processed. There was stuff that needed to be done. There might have been a shift of perspective that needed to happen, like before we could start this new cycle, before we could move forward. But the positive news here is we have the Chariot, and the Chariot is all about forward momentum. So with that said, I do want to get your oracle card. What tends to happen is I get really excited about the spread, and then I forget that we also have another card here for you. We have the Road Runner, which says, keep your sense of humor and don't take things so seriously. Okay, first of all, I do want to mention the Roadrunner is literally running, so it might be a connection to the Chariot. Roadrunner also has a sense of purpose, and something that I learned about Roadrunners actually fairly recently is they're not afraid of anything. Well, they might be afraid of something, but they're very courageous, and they're also predators, which I didn't really realize. And I think that they eat snakes, and I think that Roadrunners are known for like cutting snakes in half. Like if you ever see half of a snake, it's possible, like if you're in that type of environment, it is possible that it's because a roadrunner has like eaten the other half. If that makes sense. So there's a sense of fearlessness to the Roadrunner, like boldly moving forward, that I think I would also associate with the Chariot. But there's, yeah, keep your sense of humor and don't take things so seriously, I think would be referring to the energy of the Ten of Wands combined with this like shift of perspective being represented on the Hanged Man. There might be a message that, yes, there's like, you're so close to the end of this cycle. You will be moving forward with a sense of purpose soon, but it's like if there's anything that's holding you back, even this astronaut is tethered to something. If there's something that's keeping you here, it might be related to changing your perspective, like shifting your energy in it, like in an intentional way, to be a little bit more lighthearted, to focus on having a sense of humor about the journey, about having been in the same place for a while, and with don't take things so seriously. I don't think that's meant to be sort of dismissive in the sense that, like saying like, you know, your problems don't matter, that you're not allowed to feel like tired or disheartened or discouraged. I think it's more just like to do whatever you can do to cultivate like a genuine sense of gratitude for the things that you do have, and for you know, for the journey, for what it is, you know. And with keep yourself, there might be like if this is helpful for you to like. If you find yourself like feeling like you're in over your head, or like you are feeling kind of down or disheartened, or like I'm never going to move forward, like when is this change going to happen? Why am I still tethered to this? Why am I still climbing up this mountain with these 10 wands? Like I've been doing this for so long and I'm tired. If you feel like you've been in that energy, again, there might be a message to intentionally seek out sources of joy and pleasure and humor for yourself. Things that you know you enjoy, things that you know you thought, like you know, watching your favorite comedy movie, watching like something that you know like makes you laugh, just again, like being really intentional about creating opportunities to laugh, to share joy with other people. And if this is helpful for you, and again, this is not to discredit or to invalidate how you feel about how long this process has taken, and if you're having like any kind of like heavy or dark feelings, but this is just to say like to try maybe to reframe your experience from a more positive perspective. If that is helpful for you, if that is something that is helpful for you to hear. Again, there's a positive message here that we do at the Chariot here. The Chariot is like, yeah, moving forward with a sense of purpose, moving forward into the future, making positive changes, knowing where you want to go and setting your sights there. And there can be a sense of like needing to remain focused on the destination. And I think that that's not going to be a problem for you, because I feel like it's almost like I want to be very clear. You are not doing anything wrong. I think the last little bit the last little bit of this journey on the Ten of Wands, the last thing that's keeping you kind of tethered to this phase it has to do with changing your perspective, like reframing your experiences from a place of positivity. And I think that is what is going to help flip the switch for you from the Hanged Man to the Chariot. Like that change in the intentional focus on positivity, lightening things up, humor, joy, you know, that intentionality is maybe going to reveal the pathway forward for your Chariot, to put it that way. There might also be something related to communication, speaking, using your voice, because I am feeling a big tickle in my throat, and I probably cut it out of the video, but I've been having coughing fits. So I could just be getting sick, but there could be a message that there's like throat chakra stuff. Even if like maybe talking to somebody else about your experiences, maybe even just expressing out loud if you've been feeling frustrated about being stuck or stagnant. Even just expressing your frustration with your spirit guides. They can take it. It's fine. You're allowed to be upset or angry or frustrated with your spirit guides. They're not going to be, you know, they're not going to take it personally. It's okay. You know, and if you need to express that stuff, maybe even just clearing that out, clearing that away might in itself be helpful to shifting your energy towards the Chariot. And with that said, I feel like I need to stop talking. So I really feel like this is a very clear message for you guys, and there's a positive message that yeah, it's really the advice here is on the Roadrunner card. And I know that's not always helpful to hear when you're feeling down or disheartened, but yeah, just to maybe like focus on the things, part of the process, part of the journey that is exciting, that brings you joy, even just connecting with somebody and creating an opportunity to laugh with them. Again, watching your favorite comedy, like your favorite like comedy show, if you have a favorite TV show that's a comedy, that's just something that makes you laugh and makes you feel good. I think it's going to be really helpful for you during this time. There is a message about forward momentum that's coming for you soon. You're almost there. You're almost at the top of the mountain with your 10 wands, and you've done a great job, and your spirit guides are really proud of you. And there's a message that if you have been stuck or stagnant in a specific place for a while, it was meant to be, like you were meant to be in that energy for a while, and it will shift and change very soon. So that's the positive message for you, pile 3. I think again for my own health I need to stop talking, so I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to leave your reading there. I really hope that it has been helpful. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope that I've been able to provide some clarity for you, some insight for you. If you like this video, please feel free to give it a like. Please comment down below and let me know how it resonated for you. If you like my videos and you want to see more from me, you can feel free to subscribe to my channel. I also have a Patreon where I post other types of bonus content, so if you're interested in that, the link will be in the description. Thank you very much for watching pile 3. I'm sorry this video is it's a little bit shorter. Your pile's a little bit shorter than the other piles. I hope I've managed to express everything. Thank you very much for watching, and I do hope to see you in my next video.